No, because it's moved unless they're slotted.
Ow! What the? Are you pranking me right now?
No, but it's moving. This is what I remember.
Are we having fun?
No.
So we're waiting for parts for most of the stuff in here. So then me and Brody attacked this. Now Brody has had to leave. And so now somehow we've gotten roped into it. Now this is a new to us combine with 300 hours on it. So for the most part, a lot of the stuff, it's been inspected. So a lot of the stuff, look at the motivation level here.
It's just so comfortable.
So a lot of the maintenance side of life here has been done. We're putting our mods on for black turtle beans. So we put the slowdown kit on about an hour ago, which took about 3 hours. So that's this and this, different belt, different sprocket here. The chain was new. Now we are putting on our swept back feed Accelerator wings, which look like this. That's what he's working on. So the what all the combines that we've ever owned come with is this, just straight. So they're more aggressive. This is less aggressive for black turtle beans and corn. And it's a fun job to put on because there is a lot of them.
It's easy, it's just repetitive and in an awkward spot.
Yeah, it's straightforward. It's 2 bolts. It's just that you gotta lay like that. So, of course, going through an inspection and buying a combine, I don't think they quite do the inspection and repairs and settings quite to our standards. So this chain here, the feeder house chain that feeds all the crop in there, is kind of in spec, but it's got no more adjustment left. So that means I've got to take a half link out, which we all know how much fun that is, because it can come shooting out of the feeder house that he's experienced, and then you got a big mess. So we're gonna try not to do that, but I'm gonna work on that while he has all his arms down in there. So then he can just shove his arm, his big forearm in here when it starts coming out.
And just grab it?
You just stop it with your forearm.
Which arm should I break then? I'll just use that.
Okay, I've got my chain off for the 4th time today, literally, because I was shortening it because we put a different sprocket on here so you can see all my parts here. I'm shortening it, and I had to do it 4 different times and then ended up putting a half link in because there just was no happy medium. So I'm going to rotate this. Watch your everything.
I'm laying on it.
This is easy, not as easy as one thinks it should be. Ah! You know, I really feel like this chain is not a 1-year-old chain. It looks so weird. So I need to separate that, grind this piece out, connect this piece to that piece, shortening the chain. Okay, I've loosened the chain, as you can see. Ratchet strapped it together so we cannot come undone and make the chain puke out. You know, you look really uncomfortable there. Would you mind? I can do that job. If you want to do that job, I volunteer.
No, the last time I did that job, it did not go well at all. This one, it's hard to, besides getting pinched, hit your head, and having some sort of nerve pinch from me laying so awkward, nothing can go wrong up here.
Sounds quite dangerous. I could probably do that job.
You'd be at the chiropractor again.
You're putting them on backwards.
I know, we're gonna run this in reverse.
You can't even mess with the guy, he's so smart. He knows exactly what he's doing. Hello?
You wouldn't believe the fumes and dust that I'm inhaling up here.
Wow, things are going too well down here, Eric. It's too well, better than expected.
Your parts flying.
For once, that's a good thing. Uh-oh. I'm sure there's combine mechanics watching this somewhere in the world thinking, God, look at this idiot struggling. Ow! I got it though. I got it. That's all that counts.
Oh no.
What?
I dropped the nut. The exact words to the beginning of a miracle.
Uh-oh. The grease hose, breather hose was being pinched. It survived. Fortunately survived. I'm done.
Good.
How are you coming? See, you definitely should have switched jobs with me,
Yeah.
because now I can go home.
Yeah. So you have a long drive home. As I was following you last night on the way down to my big golf league, I play simulator, and I followed you until you were what, a quarter mile from your house?
Yeah.
Because it's on the way. It's a long drive.
I know
Nice.
it's.
You listen to music.
It is a nice. I will say, living 20 minutes away is an adjustment, but it is also nice until you're getting 5 hours of sleep a night, and then you're spending 40 minutes of driving a day. That's when the downfall really. And I mean, you can enjoy the drive every, three quarters of the year, and just that quarter of the year will make you want to be on this farm.
So what I want to do is I want to live about a half mile away. So when we're busy, I don't have to drive far. And then when we're not busy and I want to wind down, you just sit in your driveway and listen to music for a while. Then you go in.
Wow, that's almost sad. So what I just did was shorten this chain by taking this piece out, and that's now garbage. But what it did was give me this much more adjustment here. Now it's almost all the way back. I tighten this down till this washer's flush with that. And then throughout the season, that's spring loaded, so it's always tightening itself. Throughout the season, as that gets looser, if you do maintenance in the season, you would tighten that. I do tighten this chain. That might get overlooked. That's why it's spring loaded.
Might look like I was eating some dust, but Chet went out to load a truck. I am done. So I never did count how many there were. 20 something, 25 maybe. They are all on there. The idea is this little lip that's bent back, like Chet was saying, the back swept, is just so it's not hitting it straight, it's sweeping it in. And I will make a note with anything this big, the feed accelerator drum, whenever you're working on it, they spin fast and they're heavy. These need to be balanced. So if you guys are thinking of doing this, just make sure you have them all installed. Everything is balanced around. It's like a car tire. If it ain't balanced correctly, it starts bouncing, and then you take bearings out or probably crack a bunch of stuff. So just keep that in mind whenever working on the feed accelerator or the discharge beater on the back of the combine. But this is done, and hopefully that improves our grain quality. Also, I just wanted to add, before I put this cover on, I did look to see if there was any pry bars or tools down in there. We don't want to leave any tools in a combine. It just causes panic later on.
this is humbling. Like, call us dumb, you know what? We screwed up. So it's a new day, new projects. We've been working on putting cameras on this, tightening chains, taking links out. We just pumped this LSW tire up to how many pounds?
We're gonna be at 25.
Yeah, I know. They look like they're really low until the head's on. But I don't know. They'll leak. We'll be pumping tires before this season, I'm sure, unless it was like this season where we just went with them because they look good. But we still have a hitch to put on and a pre-cleaner to take out. Is that what we're going to attack now, or the pre-cleaner?
Sure. Get all the scratching and headbutting things going on right at once, yeah. Lots of room to work. I got to let air out of this tire first.
Oh my.
I got her up to 60.
Oh, whatever. So, taking the pre-cleaner out. We've talked about this in the past. It's this piece here that's I'm lighting up. We feel that helps with airflow. That is the first thing that plugs up if you're in frost or snow or rain. So we just feel that it's best to take that out. So we're going to do that.
Is the valve stem supposed to be loose?
No. Okay, so we removed these bolts, some fingers off of here. This is unplugged. Now we got to try to heave-ho this big bugger out. Should be fun. Now, if I remember right, I think this style sieve, because my combine has a little different chaffer and sieve with a side hill kit in more than this one does. I think that was issues with something here, but I think we might be okay with this style of side hill kit, because mine are a lot taller.
We had to lower this down. With yours. Shouldn't have to do it here though, right? Hopefully. We'll get halfway and panic.
I might need the big Swede.
Do I need to?
I can lift it, I can't lift and pull though. You got your gloves on. Do we need to get a pry tool?
Why did I hit my belly?
That's what I was just thinking. Oh.
Yeah, it's just pull. Can I get up on
Is there a little lift and pull action needed?
Probably.
Or just straight up pull?
Hold on, let me get into position. Ready? Up and pull?
A little bit, yeah.
I bet we look dumb right now. We're forgetting something.
How about I get it? I'm getting a pry bar. Oh, we got two stools now.
I think I got a little pry bar. Now, if this comes undone, I'm gonna get hit in the face. It's just bending.
I think it's got to go up, Eric. I really do. Look at we're the machine. We're sifting.
I think it was moving. We gained some.
Did we?
I'm just saying it so we feel good.
It's those two bolts. It pivots on those two bolts. We could jerk our life away, but it's bolted.
No, because it's moved unless they're slotted.
Ow! What the? Are you pranking me right now?
No, but it's moving.
God, just jams it into both of my arms.
I didn't think it would actually move for once.
Apparently, all you gotta do is just really torque you off, and then it just comes working.
Well, you were talking about the bolts, and I pushed it, and it went in, and it's like, no, that's... Okay, we need to take these off, too.
Why?
Well, they're just in the way.
Oh, gosh.
You ready?
That light is gonna be an issue, I think.
Okay. It's gonna get dark.
Wow, it's coming out so easy. So we just got the top, or what it's called, the chaffer. So it's here. This is the sieve. So The chaffer is supposed to take, you know, big corn leaves, the big debris, send it out the back of the combine. The grain is supposed to fall through, land on this, then this shakes, whatever comes off of this falls down here and then goes to the auger and actually gets ran through the machine again. So like pods, in corn harvest you don't want anything coming past here as far as grain, but for soybeans, if it falls down here, it actually goes back through the machine, gets re-thrashed, and is supposed to then leave the combine besides the grain. So that is where we're at. This is the pre-cleaner. This is what we're trying to take out right here. So I'm hoping to be able to lay on this with maybe a board and remove that, shimmy that out, and put the chaffer back in. Actually, that went pretty smooth once we got it loose.
Enjoy.
Man, I have lots of hours on these babies when I was a kid. Now they soften my old age body, probably because it hurts from riding this thing so much as a youthful child.
Sorry, I wasn't really listening. I was wondering what size that is. Did I? Oh, it's not.
It's an 18. It's definitely an 18. It's definitely being held by bolts.
You said that before.
No, this one is definitely being held up. And they're 15s. They're 15s. To everyone that's like, oh God, they must be lucky. They get to trade combines. Like, they trade their stuff all the time. It's not fun. It is not fun. There's nothing fun about trading combines. Especially when you mod them up.
I'll hand you tools all day if you're doing this job.
I don't think you'd fit in here.
You know, we may have known each other for a while, but words still hurt.
He's just big smile on his face, standing behind the
I gotta go home and cry.
I suppose. Okay, she's free now. She is free now. And if I remember, I have to...
Unbelievable.
What?
Impressive.
This is what I remember.
Are you okay? They're about to be in the way.
What was that?
I gotta go down. Am I gonna hit you?
No, I'm totally clear. I'm good.
Good, it's on my arm.
I'm not doing anything now.
I can tell.
It's just that easy. All right, so it was mounted on here and also in this hole and that hole up forward. There's more holes here, which I actually am gonna buy some plastic fingers. I do not know what the part number is for that. That go on here, and basically they sit back a little bit farther and allow a nicer ramp, a little bit more separation down onto, well, the chaffer will be here at that level. And that's about all it is to it, other than just a really tight, somewhat painful job. Okay, on the chaffer, what we also do is remove these and we push them forward so the side hill kit is more towards the front, and hopefully most of the separating happens towards the front anyways. That's our theory. Educated theory.
I'm gonna make this a sleeveless one just so you quit. Yeah, try doing oil change and the oil wanda.
He used himself as a rag for everything he spilled. All right, we moved those forward. This project's on hold because of those fingers I talked about. I did get part number and am going to order them, or I've texted our parts guy, so that's on hold for, I'm sure, a few days. Now what? We need to go measure my combine's axle height to see if we need to lower this axle, or if the LSWs versus the whatever conventional tire, the normal tire, I don't know, is different, because I want them to be the same.
Do these gloves make me look fat?
If I say no.
What do you want to, now is it at proper tire pressure? Because you were saying it wasn't. What do you want to know? 26?
I'd go to this spring.
25?
Yeah. Close. Here's a project that's been on hold for a while. Our tile. So we put these on our tile outlets, and they got a rodent guard in there. We try to prevent the rodents from going up them and plugging them. So we made a bunch of these, and we're gonna put them in our hog house that is our tile parts room. I don't think I've ever been in here with the camera, actually.
Really?
And that's covered off because Grandpa used to have chickens over there, which...
They need the tour now.
Yeah, so he had chickens over there, and all of this just some straw. But this is where we keep all our tile. Oh, look.
Just told we didn't have those.
We've got more. We can make more of them. These are 8-inch. They won't work. It's been a while since I felt
Nope.
one below.
Let's go south.
I totally forgot what that feels like on the fingers. We have been so spoiled this winter with the nice conditions, and now it's turned to the normal Minnesota weather. Did you see that cement block I just drove right over?
I did.
Giving her!
Still a kid at heart.
That wasn't half of how you normally drive. Is this yours?
Yeah. Huh. No wonder none of my calls have been going through. Oh yeah, park with your door next to the...
Yeah, I'm putting my door right next to the shed door. See, look at how this works out.
I'll see you in 10 minutes.
This one really isn't as shiny as that other one we've been working on. Later problem.
Is the gravel... Ah!
What?
It's a rock to my knee. Alright. 22.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So, dropping the axle on that machine then, that'll be a fun project. And the head is sitting on the ground, so it should be a true measurement. I wanted to look at this for parts ordering reasons too, on what my harvest sweep. So this head has the harvest sweep paddles on the gathering chains, and it sweeps the corn, loose corn, that header loss, minimizing header loss. So I was going to look at them to see how the brushes were doing, if I need to order more or not. They're definitely showing some wear. That one, yeah, might need some new ones. So that kit on this head, if you haven't watched our harvest videos, definitely what we've seen with this corn head with the harvest sweep on is basically 1 bushel per acre header loss across the board. Like, that's just what you see behind it. Behind the other head without harvest sweep on fluctuated from 2 to 3 bushel per acre loss throughout the whole season. So that kit is something, if you guys want to look into, I'll put the link in the description. I highly recommend that for anyone raising corn, especially when the corn gets dry. What are you doing?
Well, you had said these re-cracked, so I was just looking at them. I don't think they re-cracked at all where I welded. They just cracked in more places.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Mm-hmm. You know, this would be a lot easier to route hoses on.
As a planter tractor?
Yeah.
Well, we can't drop what might be coming in the future, but we got some pretty cool stuff coming.
Oh boy. Did I ruin the surprise?
No. You would think we would learn. It's Minnesota. Wear gloves, wear hats, jackets.
We're in there.
This guy, he wears gloves. He's got pansy hands, so he wears gloves, you know, when it's 95 out.
You know, actually, I get a lot of crap for not wearing gloves in the summer when we're spraying, like the chemical gloves.
No comment, Eric. No comment.
Well, it's after hours. So I'm gonna work on my general gun. Putting tracks on. And Chet and Brody kind of always done it on Chet's or the farm side by side. I've never really put them on. And Chet's got to take off for a chiropractor because he's getting old. So I'm gonna try to get these things on. I was told for the general, you're supposed to remove one of the clutches. I don't know, I think it's a driven clutch, and put this new bushing sleeve, they call it, in there, so that it limits how fast you can drive. They said it's for safety so that you don't hurt the tracks, and it's safety for yourself. I don't like when other people try to keep me safe. It's up to me in my mind, so I'm not going to do that, and I'm just not going to go really fast with them, so I say. Also, I see a problem here. This little leak, that's not good. We had a leak like this last winter, 2 winters ago, and it slowly trickles out to where it dumps out north of the shop. And that slow stream of water is enough to freeze up, and then it freezes the whole line shut out there. So I gotta take care of this first. I'm back on the clock. Working overtime today. Okay, so that little dribble, it's because that valve is obviously shot, and there's like 3,000 gallons, so I also obviously can't fix it, so we're gonna cap the problem. And stop that slow drip. We'll just undo that when we want to wash. But like I said, that slow drip cost us a huge headache last year, or 2 winters ago, whenever that was, with freezing that line outside. We don't want to do that again. So back to my project. It is now 5:12, time and a half for 10 minutes, then you round up an hour. Made good money fixing that. Thanks, Larson's. I think they're all taken off anyway, so. Okay, no, I'm not digging on them. They let me use this shop a lot for tools, so it works out really well. Okay, so since I don't really know how to do all the tracks and all the details and stuff on this, and I don't really want to do an install video, we'll just do this instead. That wasn't so bad. I got 3 out of the 4 on. I have got to go. It's golf league tonight. I'm in a simulator golf league. A lot of fun. But yeah, they're all on except for this back right one. These front tracks they're not your friend. There was this stuff in here and setting it up so you can't turn too far one way or the other, and then nosing the front track up and down correctly, so adjustments. And then the rear track seemed pretty straightforward, and that took like 10 minutes, and the other 2 took an hour and a half, 2 hours. So anyways, I do have to go. I'm excited for this. We need more snow. This is gonna be fun. Alrighty, well, everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep watching if you want to see me potentially get this general very stuck, and Chet will have to come rescue, or most likely the other way around.